Hi, Rob here, and coming up on R&B Reviews, a therapist encounters an evil entity that inhabits people and gives them creepy smiles. I will have my review of the horror movie Smile coming up. Thank you very much for checking out R&B Reviews. It is the season for scary movies, and Smile is the first one to kick the season off. The movie is about Dr. Rose Cotter, a stressed-out therapist. After witnessing a traumatic incident involving a patient, she starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain, including seeing people she knows and those that she doesn't have these creepy smiles on their faces. The patient, Laura, a PhD student, says, "It looks like people, but it's not a person."
I'm seeing something no one else can see except for me. It's smiling at me. Oh my God!
People in Dr. Cotter's life are affected by her increasingly erratic behavior, including her fiance, her sister and her family, and an ex-boyfriend. Is it a monster, or is it all in her head? I thought Smile was a decent horror movie, although it does have some elements that might seem familiar to viewers. I liked how the movie showed us Dr. Cotter's backstory, through flashbacks, as well as seeing her at work at her job. Dr. Cotter is played by Sophie Bacon, who is the daughter of Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, and I thought she was terrific in her performance. She did a great job at displaying, being overworked and being forced to be presentable to her patients and her coworkers. And Bacon, I thought, did a great job at displaying different emotions throughout the movie. She has a very expressive face, and she did a great job at showing, the journey that her characters go through. During the movie, I oftentimes was wondering, is she truly being affected by this monstrous entity, or is this the beginning of a mental breakdown? As I'm sure the other characters were probably thinking the same thing. Speaking of the rest of the cast, I thought they were very serviceable, but nobody else really stood out to me. What I liked about the movie was the theme of mental health, whether it's from a traumatic situation encountered from childhood or even as an adult, or even the stress of dealing with patients, how it can affect a person over time. I also liked the film's quiet, unsettling moments, and I liked the camera work as well as the use of shadows, although, like other horror movies, it does have its share of jump scares, but some of them I thought were very well done, and I felt like each scene definitely built to the next. What I didn't like about Smile, though, was sometimes the dialogue felt forced, or a character would say something that they probably wouldn't say in real life. For example, there is a scene where a couple of cops are talking to Dr. Cotter about a patient, for an interview, and one of the cops said, "Yeah, sounds like a nut case or a nut job to me." And I'm thinking, if this was a cop, they wouldn't actually say that in real life. They would just, get to the point and ask what they need to ask, and they wouldn't put their judgment in there. So I kind of thought stuff like that was a little heavy-handed and didn't sit right. The actors, I felt like I could tell they were trying to cope and make the most out of the script, but I felt like they often had very little to work with. I thought Smile was a decent horror movie. I liked the metaphoric themes of the movie, and I thought Sophie Bacon was terrific. She kept me involved in the movie, and I thought the atmosphere was great, but sometimes the dialogue felt heavy-handed. The rest of the cast was all right, but nobody else really stood out to me, and it does contain some familiar elements, like, for example, The Ring. But I think I would recommend this movie more as something to watch at home rather than checking it out at the theater. I would probably give it 2.5 stars. Alright, that's my review of Smile. Please, if you've seen the movie, post your comments in the comment box below. And, please give the movie a like. And if you'd like, come check out the channel. Check out some other movie reviews of things you can watch in the comforts of your own home, or maybe something playing at your local movie theater. Thank you very much for watching.